Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and I'm in the Mojave Desert right now, brought to you live by Starlink, or close. And it's cold. I'm tired. It's been a long, long day. But, oh, you know what? Check this out real quick, will ya? I spent 3 days making this video, editing this video, and YouTube is shadow banning it. So I'd appreciate any of you guys just going over and watching it. Give it a thumbs up and leave it a comment, because this is all I got. You know what I mean? While I'm telling you guys what I'm telling you, this is how I occupy my time and don't lose my mind. And you can see me actually smash up my truck. But it's been up for 2 days. It's got 4,000 views. I put a lot of work into this video. So your call. But try to leave the comments relative to the video. And also, you can just put this on at your house, turn the volume off, and just let it play through. That would help me out a lot. I'd appreciate it, because if it was the other way around, I'd do it for you. Okay, got a long list of things to get to, so let's get to it right now. We're going to start out with Into Thin Air, because he got a good one.
All right, my friends, I got a weird one for you about an article Canada just put out yesterday about shooting down a UFO. Do you remember seeing this video from years ago on February 22nd, 1996? February 22nd is a key date here. Do not forget that. Of the tether incident that apparently took place out in space, where a 17-mile-long tether broke off of a space station, and as they filmed it, they zoomed in and captured all these weird-looking objects floating past the tether. Now, many people have tried to debunk this video and try to explain that this is just weird stuff floating in the foreground, but take a look at the shape of these apparent objects and compare it to an article that Canada literally released yesterday, December 8th, of an updated image from a UFO shoot-down. Yes, they claim to have shot down a UFO over Canada back in February of 2023, 27 years to the month later after this NASA incident took place. Canada claims it shot down this UFO, and then only yesterday, December 8th, 2024, did they update the image and re-release it to the public. According to a defense spokesperson, the image was taken from a Royal Canadian Air Force CP-140 Aurora long-range patrol aircraft before the object was downed by a U.S. F-22 fighter jet. The UFO was shot down on February 11th, 2023, shortly after it entered Canadian airspace through Alaska. It was one of 3 unidentified objects blasted out of the sky that month, according to CTV News. Okay, so now we know that the UFO was actually over Alaska and then moved into Canada, and then was shot down by U.S. F-22s.
So there you go. We got the country of Canada that just the day before took away all their citizens' guns, effective immediately, all of them, and they're sending them all to another country. And then 2 days later, they say they shot a UFO out of the sky using a United States military jet. I find that strange, but I find all this strange. I'm starting to really believe that we are just seeing distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction. These drones right here, those are not the drones. And the police aren't going to catch them with these drones because they're military drones. So I apologize for the quick way I put this video together, and I also apologize for the shitty editing, but I'm standing outside. It is what it is. But since I started making this video, this happened.
Going off, and there's some smoke over here. Oh, right! Yes, YouTube magic right there. The field's on fire.
Okay, one of the drones over New Jersey has crashed, and somebody walked right up and got footage of it. A regular citizen. And after he got footage of it and the authorities found out, this happened. Police escorting 3 vans. Police in front, police in back, going to the crash scene. That would be the military. Those are all recruits that got to go there and pick up all the parts. Okay, so one of the drones went down. The Army's coming in to clean it up. Nothing to see here, folks. But here's something funny, because I told you this. This guy's buddy put a drone of his own up in the sky to see what was up with this, which is what everybody should be doing. You shouldn't just go. The government's like, oh, there's no threat to the public. Well, how do you know that? You don't even know what it is, and you're asking the public for help. But this guy sent the drone up, and this is what happened. Sound familiar?
A friend of mine on here that lives in New Jersey last night, which let's keep in mind is December 7th, saw 3 very large drones sitting above his home. And when he decided to use his drone to get a closer look, something really weird happened. As he flew his drone up towards these other 3 drones, he stated that these drones made absolutely no noise. But then he stated that when his drone got closer, that his drone was taken offline, with what he stated seemed to be some kind of EMP. But this is where it gets weird. His drone fell straight from the sky, and as far as I know, he's trying to recover the footage that he had on that drone. He described these drones as being as big as a car and having one large blinking light on them. But the craziest part about it is the fact that he released a video of them hovering above his house prior to releasing his drone to go up to get a closer look, right? And now his account has actually ended up being banned. Do keep in mind he had 89,000 followers, and some of you probably saw that video. But what's weird is the fact that he had another video that clearly showed that after his drone fell out of the sky, he recorded these drones going faster than any other drone he's ever seen, or faster than any helicopter that he or I have ever seen. But now, after having a conversation from earlier this morning, he's had numerous FBI officials show up at his doorstep, which today is obviously Sunday, December 8th. But I still have yet to speak to him since noon, and he hasn't even read my most recent text message. So it's kind of concerning, but according to him, these officials were trying to seize his drone technology. And apparently he was in the process of being taken in for questioning. I don't know how much I believe in that, but he still has yet to text me back.
So yeah, remember I told you they can take your drone straight down? My drone went right over the Pacific. As soon as I hit the Naval Air Base, it dropped right out of the sky. As soon as NORAD realized I was above Cheyenne Mountain with a drone, straight out of the sky. That's what they do. That technology is old. I have to watch certain channels and I can't stand them. I can't stand them, but I need to see what's up with current events. So it is what it is, at any rate. I saw this on the East Coast last year. Infrared camera running too. Okay, so Starlink did do a launch yesterday morning, but it did it on the East Coast. I saw this on the West Coast. I mean, as far west as you can go. Point Reyes is off the map. Look it up. This thing was blue. I've seen Starlink a million times. It looks like a star, and then after a long time, you see another one, and then another one, and these were exactly the same thing I saw last year. I don't know what it is. I just find it really strange. I was actually out filming the moon. That's what I was doing, trying to see if anything's wacky, because I'm getting all sorts of other channels putting out reports that the moon is doing weird things. It looks like it's got a portal opening inside it, this, that, and the other. So I'm going to put the pedal to the metal and find out one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? But I really think that everything that's going on, the CEO shooting, the Puff Daddy, everything that's going on, Ellen DeGeneres leaving the country, Jay-Z, Mr. Beast on YouTube, all the big YouTubers all of a sudden getting caught messing around with children. I was noticing it, and then all of a sudden it was happening on YouTube to all the largest creators. I'm talking 300 million subscribers. They're trying to distract us, and it's working. But they're going to pull out UFOs because Canada just said they shot down a UFO. Do you know what that is? There it is. It's out. It's out. You couldn't have shot it down if they don't exist. You know what I mean? And they've got everybody staring at the sky. Everybody's focusing on the sky right now and not paying attention to things like this. So because this video is already going to be long and I'm uploading it out in the middle of the desert now because I just got here, Round Saturn's Eye just showed a ceremony that the Pope did. And it's basically saying the New World Order is here. Here we are. And then on Christmas Eve, the Pope is going to open up the doorway right next to Lucifer's tomb that's in the Vatican. And it's amazing to me how many people think they know what's going on. They don't even realize that Lucifer's tomb is inside the Vatican. Watch this stuff. This is just crazy, man. Look at the big blue eye right there. The big blue eye in the center. He's wearing his fish hat, and he's going to hit this door. Watch this. This is the Vatican. 1, 2, 3. Wait. and then it shows waves reverberating up the building. Here, let him say it.
Of course, this is very Babylonian in terms of the Babylonian religion and the symbolism going back to Babylon and the sun god with Nimrod. And then he goes up again and hits the door 3 times. And you see the waves, the golden waves coming from his banging on the door up over the top of the cathedral. And it's just like, a lot of golden age symbolism.
So while all this is going on, remember, September 24th, directly in the middle of Saturnalia, they're going to open the tomb next to Lucifer's tomb in the Vatican. You know what so I got a funny feeling Saturnalia is going to be a bad one, and this actually bolsters my opinion of this because a lot of people are glossing right over this. Yeah, Israel. So not only has Damascus fallen, that's biblical, but Israel has taken hold of Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon, where the 200 angels led by Simyaza came down and made a pact with each other on top of that mountain, because that mountain's known locally as the Mountain of the Oath. They came down and made a pact. We're all going to do this. We're all going to take wives. We're all going to take women, human women, marry them, which is important legally speaking with God, because the first compact that God had between humans and himself was marriage. Do you remember me repenting over that because I did not know? Well, here's the funny thing. Israel has taken over Mount Hermon, and did you know that at the base of Mount Hermon, remember Jesus said, the gates of hell will never stand against my church? That gateway is at the bottom of Mount Hermon. The literal portal that Jesus went through to go into hell and say, the gates of hell shall not prevail against my church, is at Mount Hermon. They're doing this. This is absolutely happening on every single level possible. And for them telling us about UFOs and everything else, here's the deal. Myself, 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗄𝗃, several other YouTubers or people that look into this stuff are all under the same impression that in the book of Enoch, it says the powers and principalities traveled revolving around. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, currently I can't find it, but in the book of Enoch, the first book of Enoch, it explains that the powers or principalities revolve through the air. Basically, it said a UFO. And I read that in the book Confusion in Christianity, and I called the author and I said, dude, did you see this? One of you guys can find it exactly. I'm in the desert. Look at it. I'm outside. I'm in the back of my truck. I wish I had written it down. But here's the deal. I think the Watchers came in technology, because when they came down here and made deals with the women they wanted to marry with their fathers, they traded them technology to take their daughters' hands in marriage. They had to give them a dowry. Do you see what I'm saying? And they gave them technology in exchange, all sorts of technology, the making of spells, astronomy, makeup, the stuff women that claim they're Christians put all over their faces. That came from the fallen angels. All of this happening right now. I got a funny feeling that when he does that little invocation at the tomb in the Vatican on Christmas Eve, all hell is going to break loose, and these things are going to show up, and they're going to look like UFOs, because they're going to come in advanced technology. And like I said, I saw it in the book of Enoch. I just can't pull it up right this second. I'll expand on this more, but I wanted to put this video out right now. Get yourselves in order. Get your spiritual house in order right now. Do not be afraid. God did not give us a spirit of fear. Remember that, because everyone's going to be freaking out, and they are slowly but kind of quickly. There's drones. We don't know what they are. Nothing we can do about it, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't make any sense. That's all nonsensical. You've got people thinking Donald Trump and Elon Musk are the new saviors. And by the way, the second person has publicly got the Neuralink put in them as of today. So last week, 1, now 2. How did they test the first person that took it? It only took yep, you're good. You'll be all set. Everything's good to go, because they've been testing it forever. But Canada coming out and saying that they literally shot down a UFO using one of America's jets, that's disclosure right there, okay? Do not forget, if you stand in Jesus Christ's name for real, you have nothing to fear. And speaking of that, I'm going to leave a link below to a video that a girl had. She died and was dead for 7.5 minutes, technically, and she met Jesus. And she asked him about the mark of the beast. And you're going to want to listen to this. I don't know who this girl is, but she's real. I don't know if she got the COVID vaccine, but listen to what she has to say. I can't put it all in this video. I'll do another video, but one of the drones has fallen out of the sky in Jersey. The military's going there to pick it up because it's a military drone. It's pretty easy. But why I'm wondering, like, they just did disclosure. If Canada, the country of Canada, said we shot down a UFO, there it is. UFOs are real. Soft disclosure. They're looking to see how people are going to react, etc. But I have a funny feeling the reason they're doing that is because we're going to see UFOs everywhere, and they're exactly what we thought they were. They're exactly what we thought they were. At any rate, Richie from Boston. I'll leave links below. I'm out.